Hi, welcome. On this video, you're going to see me working with Jax in and around the wheelchair. Okay, so I have a wheelchair here available for me for training purposes, for service dog training. And so here within the parameters of getting a dog to stay on course, focus, is getting the dog to be able to really stay focused when they come near certain objects. So what will happen with some dogs is when they're holding a certain level of power or control, they get kind of jittery, okay? They get a little bit shaky when it comes to closed-in spaces. You'll notice narrow spots. They want to, and you'll see this with dogs, if it's a narrow opening, they want to go through it really fast because that pressure, that narrowness, actually affects them when they're not in the right relationship, okay? Kind of same as, say, a loud noise, thunder, it causes their mind to pull in. And so so it's like a peripheral thing. Okay? So when a dog is already holding power in the relationship, okay, it does affect them a certain way, especially in certain areas, okay? So certain spacing, okay, how their mind responds to their environment and to certain spaces. So here the exercise is going to be, you see me bring Jax out here in a second, but I'm going to be moving him around, okay, doing the circle method a little bit with him, speaking the language of the script, and I'm going to be stopping him, you'll see me stopping him near areas right close into the wheelchair, okay, and as he comes in close to the wheelchair, okay, I'm just going to be nudging him a little bit, just making sure that he's settling in, he's accepting being this close in next to the wheelchair, okay, and really give him a certain level of comfort, okay, being in there, okay, that he's really getting comfortable. So here this exercise, I don't have anyone sitting in it yet, okay, but that's going to happen very quickly. So here, when you're doing an exercise like this, it's always important to start off with expectations being a little bit, leveled out. You don't want to put too much pressure on the dog when you're starting something. You want to start any exercise off with, you want to be successful, you want to be a little easier. So when you're doing something like this, you want to start off maybe without the person in the wheelchair, okay? Just have the wheelchair out, and then just move around. He'll be here beside me, my left side, and then times he'll be on my right side. And because here, the owner, okay, he's going to have Jax mostly on the left side. So the owner uses, you see him using a scooter, okay, but here, so I'll be lining this up with the left side quite a bit. But again, when you're doing this, you don't want, because in real life things happen, okay, for whatever reason, Jax may have to be on a different side, for whatever reason. So when you're doing the training, you want the dog to be kind of ambidextrous, okay? You want to make sure you train in all different little areas. You want to cover off so that the dog is getting really comfortable staying on point, okay, no matter what happens, because it's about real world stuff. So, for example, things can happen. I mean, the wheelchair can shake a little bit, move certain ways, okay? And we want them to be steady in that. That's what it'll be trained in. As we do this, I'm actually going to have say Jackson and other people helping where they're doing stuff. But again, it's not about what's unreasonable, okay? It's about just following the path of what can happen in real life and just build up from it. So it'll be more of an active type of engagement as I start to do this. But anyway, I'm going to bring Jax out. You'll see me just kind of lining this up just to get him into the position, just to make sure that he gets comfortable with having things right next to him like this. And, so it doesn't go on. Some dogs, you'll see them, they'll be really jittery over certain things. It could be bicycles, wheelchairs, something with wheels on them, okay? And this is just to make sure that he's very comfortable no matter what it is. It's all about him staying on course. So I'm going to bring him up and see the exercise happening. Bring him out, tap a little bit. Now, when you first bring a dog around, see, he notices it's here. Okay, so I'm not braiding super tight yet. I'm just keeping a little bit of a space there. If he looks over towards it, I'm going to speak a little bit of the language of the script, just kind of communicating with him, okay, nudging him. Just so when I'm giving him little nudges and he starts to look towards it, it gives him comfort. Okay, basically I'm telling him to the script saying, no, I own that. Okay? You're going to accept whatever I need you to do, whether it's a wheelchair, whatever, it's through me. So I'm doing is just state of mind. So again, moving around, forward to the wheelchair, into the sit, push, pull. I'm very just relaxed as I'm doing this. Just like, it's like that doesn't even exist in my mind, okay? I'm not investing. So this is the thing too, if you have trouble with things like this, you want to clear your mind out. You don't want to hold on to that baggage. You have to release it. And that way, it'll clean up fairly quickly. But you always want to go into any exercise in the moment. Same thing right here, next to it. Now here, I'm going to put it into a down position next to it. Right, every time I come around, bring it a little closer, down. Same commands now as I push the back. Perfect down, that's what you want. See how the legs are out on both sides, it's not leaning, he's just straight in prone. That's the perfect down. In fact, you know, when that starts to happen, you know in the way that I'm doing it, okay? And you know the dog is really coming into the script really well, okay? But again, it's about making sure that it's happening to the relational script, okay? To how the language is being spoken, okay? To the method, like I'm not using commands that way. So when you see, at first you see a dog, if you watch Jack's other videos, you see him leaning to the side, and his mind is reacting. Okay, but again, as the motor's cleaning up, right, everything else starts cleaning up, and the positions will reflect the fact that the motor's cleaning up. Okay, so you know it's all about the positions as they just start to naturally come into proper form. Okay, move them around, come in really tight here. Again. Again, this is just a calm exercise. And again, when you see a dog, and a lot of times this is the first time I've done this with Jack. So part of this too is just me assessing it, right? Seeing how he's responding to it, to know how quickly I can move this forward, which from his responses, I'll be able to move this along very fast, okay? See that, just in, just perfect, okay? That's what you want, because again, when he's beside the wheelchair or scooter or whatever, he's got to be very comfortable. Okay, now that's the other issue too, things happen, you know, sometimes incidental things can happen. The wheel could accidentally run over as part of his paw or tail. Again, what you want to do is be careful of holding that baggage. Of course, you want to assess the dog, make sure he's okay, but don't invest too much in that reaction, okay, because that would cause problems. You have to let that stuff go and just maintain, go forward. But at the same time, of course, you always want to be very intentional about how the wheelchair is moving, so to make sure those things aren't common, okay? You have kind of a rhythm, so to speak, to make sure that, you know, everything lines up so that, you know, those accidents aren't going to be very frequent, okay? So as you do it, just make sure it's very much lined up properly. So anyway, this is a little glimpse into the exercise. You can see very, very well. This is just kind of getting him start to think about, okay, that's what this exercise, start to think about getting him to start to perform certain tasks, because part of this is going to get him to stand, okay, where he's standing, and then pressure and all those different things with getting him to start to stay right on task. So anyway, thanks for watching.